You'll have 3 minutes. Timer will start when you begin speaking.
Good afternoon, Paul Soto from the Horseshoe. 175 years ago today, a man named Tiburcio Vasquez was taken up the gallows right directly behind the post office downtown on St. James and and uh, and First Street, and he was hung. And there was literally thousands of people, reporters from all over the country. There was literally 2,000 people that converged on downtown San Jose. Tickets were sold to witness the hanging and the murder of this petulant, disrespectful Mexican that dared to challenge the government and start trying to demand that the Mexican be given his rightful dignity and his honor. Because in 1875 San Jose, make no mistake, there was no honor and there was no dignity given to the Mexican. And from that day to this, I can honestly say that both the county and the city governments, I'm talking about governments as a whole, have continually created systems that necessarily depletes the capacity for the Mexican to continue to live and to survive in the country and the city of their birth. Now, with that stated, Dr. Sarah Cody stated that racism is a public health issue. So I'm bringing up this topic within the proper context of this particular meeting because it is. Now, that is now racial equity is not an aspiration. It is not an aspiration. Racial equity is a necessary component of the way that budgets are allocated within the county and city budgets in order to address that racial inequity that my community has been forced to endure since war was declared against Mexico in San Jose, July 14th of 1846. So there's a very clear, consistent connection between what happened to Tiburcio Vasquez and his life and the reasons why they took him up those gallows and hung him in this city and what is happening today. Mayor Mahan's rhetoric that's coming out of his mouth is literally blaming the victim for the way that these police departments savagely beat Oscar on the floor. And he's blaming you for it. He's blaming the county. He had the nerve to open his mouth and say, well, if Oscar had been in some kind of mental health treatment or some kind of, that wouldn't have happened to him. This is the kind of insanity and sociopathic apathy that's coming out of that sewer that mayor calls a mouth.